Will DVD always be the king of the physical media formats? Well, let's talk about it. In today's physical media news topic video, we talk about the domination of the DVD format, why it crushes 4K and Blu-ray constantly, and then we talk about a massive rant on why DVD should not be reigning supreme, why one of these other disc formats need to take over sooner rather than later. And then, of course, we talk about the future of physical media collecting, when DVD's time will come, and what will be the format that will step up to the plate. So let's get into this. But first, you love collecting physical media just like me, whether it's DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, you just love owning the movies you're absolutely passionate about, you're in the right spot, my mega collecting friend. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. And of course, leave in the comments below, do you think DVD should remain king of the physical media formats? Talking about DVD's domination in our news section here, we gotta talk about DVD. It's such a beloved and celebrated disc format, and it constantly dominates the home entertainment charts. Yes, every time we look at the physical media breakdown videos from week to week, guess what's the format that always usually wins? It's DVD, as simple as that. DVD always has the biggest percentage over Blu-rays, over 4Ks. Now, of course, it fluctuates up and down. Sometimes it's above 60%, sometimes it's around 50%, but usually it's in that area where it has the majority. As simple as that. I've even seen it get as high as 70% before. So DVD completely dominates and destroys the other physical media formats when it comes just to the number of sales that format does overall. More people are picking up DVDs than Blu-rays and 4Ks. Now, of course, we can speculate, why is this? Why aren't 4Ks taking off? Why have Blu-rays never taken off? We've talked about some of these topics before, but let's get to what makes DVD so amazing first. Well, DVD, of course, just has the majority of movies and television shows on that format. Not every movie, not every show will make it to Blu-ray or even 4K, right? These shows are mostly on DVD. You go into a Walmart, look at their TV show section, there's a ton of DVDs. You barely see anything on Blu-ray, let alone even a 4K. If you get a show that comes out to 4K, that's a freaking miracle, and you better be appreciative of that, because that's really darn cool. That just doesn't happen often because those 4Ks are so darn expensive. Imagine for a whole TV series, yeah, it's very pricey, and most people don't want to pay that. They just want the show or the movie, and so they're going to pay that cheap, convenient price. Once again, you go into the stores, what do they mostly have? You go into Walmart, it's mostly DVDs. Now, yeah, they have some Blu-rays, yeah, they have some 4Ks, but they have more DVDs. Guess why they have more DVDs? Because those DVDs are selling more than the Blu-rays and 4Ks. If the 4Ks and Blu-rays sold more, guess what? They would carry more Blu-rays and 4Ks. And I know that's sad to say, especially in 2025 when we love these formats. Once again, I love every format. So this isn't a knock on 4Ks or a knock on Blu-rays. That's mostly what I collect. But we got to look at the data here. We got to look at the numbers, and we got to look at what's selling. People just want the cheapest item possible. So when you walk through those Walmart aisles, you're shopping around, getting your groceries, you see a DVD. Ooh, look at this. It's only a few bucks. Yeah, I'm going to pick up that DVD. I mean, they got some banger deals on DVDs in Walmart. I've seen a whole 4-pack of DVDs for like $5. Yeah, $5 for movies. I like that math. Yes, I want to even pick that up. Why not, right? I mean, come on, the value is there. Now, once again, you may have a different preference. You may love the 4Ks, you may love the Blu-rays. I get it, but we're just talking the facts here. DVD is selling more, and DVD has been selling more for the longest time. It's as simple as that. It's not like this is the first year where now 4Ks have just been introduced. No, 4Ks have been on the market for quite some time now, and especially Blu-rays. So people have had a chance to pick up these high definition formats, and guess what? They're still picking up a DVD. Heck, they don't even know sometimes the name 4K or Blu-ray. They just call everything a DVD. I've even seen people call CDs a DVD before. Everybody refers to everything as DVD, at least the casuals. Once again, not us hardcore collectors. I get it, but where do you get the bulk of the sales from? Are the casual people out there, the casual consumers that are just picking this stuff up when they go into the stores. So DVDs are what sells. Simple as that. End of story, the period. But now let's get into a massive rant on why this makes such a big difference and why we actually need another format to take over before it's too late. Because I really think the collecting industry could be destroyed if DVDs remain king forever. So it's time for a massive rant, and we need 4Ks or Blu-rays to take over this physical media world right now. It needs to happen because if it doesn't happen, guess what? Collecting as a whole will die out. This is just my prediction. It's my speculation right here. But think about it. Less and less people are collecting physical media overall. What's still selling the most overall is DVD. But hey, as these people get out of collecting these DVDs and go over to streaming, what happens to the rest of the physical media world, right? So we need these collecting formats to take over. We need to see in these Walmart stores and other locations more Blu-rays and more 4Ks. If we know it's going to a more collecting niche market anyway, why not provide those collecting formats and the stuff people want to see, those limited editions, those still books, those slip covers. Let's have those options in those Walmart stores so we can actually sell those formats. We can't sell those formats if people don't see them out there. And maybe you will get a casual that walks on by and says, hey, you know what? I don't really see a DVD here because, I guess studios decide to stop doing that, but I see a Blu-ray. I want to test that movie out. I'm going to pick up the Blu-ray. And now they're getting used to high definition, right? They plug it into the player and they're like, woo, this is a way better experience, right? This is a different quality than DVD here. And now we get even some of those people to go over to the high definition side. I think that's how we get people exposed to Blu-ray and then, of course, 4K, right? I know 4K definitely has a price barrier, but let's get more of those options out there in the stores. And you can still have some DVDs for people that absolutely only want to pick up the DVDs, but let's highlight the Blu-rays and the 4Ks more, and we need more of those in store. I know when I go shopping, I usually don't pick up a ton of stuff in store because it's a lot of DVDs and I want a Blu-ray or 4K, where if I saw the 4K there, ooh, I would maybe pick it up. So yes, we need to have those options out there, especially when we get into a more collecting niche market. We have to have that because if only DVDs exist out there, then physical media as a whole will start to die out. Yes, that is my prediction. And once again, I know it's all speculation here, but I just think that's what's going to happen. We need another physical media format to step up. I mean, goodness, once again, it's 2025. Can we have some respect on at least high definition with Blu-rays and make that the standard format, the go-to format? But if studios keep producing DVDs and trying to push out DVDs, then people just won't know about Blu-ray. And maybe we do need demonstrations of, hey, this is what a Blu-ray looks like. This is what a 4K looks like in the store. Yes, we would love if Best Buy brought that kind of stuff back and could show the consumer, hey, you got a brand new 4K OLED TV. Let's see what a 4K disc looks like on it compared to a DVD. I would love that. You got to have some kind of like setup with that to show, hey, this is what you could actually experience. Yeah, we definitely need some of that. But once again, I think we need to go in that direction because if we don't, people will eventually stop collecting DVDs. The casuals will stop collecting DVDs. We see total sales go down from year to year, and we have to try something different to see if we can bring some of these sales back up again. So let's pivot to Blu-rays and 4Ks more. We got to do this, or I think collecting as a whole will just eventually disappear. Unfortunately, I mean, of course, there'll always be that niche market that is okay going online and, ordering from the boutiques, and you still have Amazon for now. So people can still actively seek these online sources. Yeah, but you have to really be into movies and collecting for that. Once again, we want to have these Blu-rays and 4Ks readily available in the stores for, once again, the more casual collectors. I think that's how we're going to keep physical media alive in 2025. So I don't think DVD can be king forever, because if they remain king, I think that spells devastation for physical media collecting overall. But let's talk about the future here. where do we go next? So let's talk about the future of physical media. Will DVD remain king forever, or will another format take over? Well, I'm hoping that Blu-ray will at least become the standard physical media format for everyone. So if you're a casual collector, you will be picking up at least Blu-rays. And then, of course, you have 4K, the more premium option. I hope that does become the case. Now, I'm fine with DVDs still existing. If you want a DVD, of course, pick up a DVD. You get the cheap, convenient option. That's fine. But I do want to see Blu-rays become where most people go to for at least that high definition experience. Now, of course, we got to get prices under control there. They got to be a fair price. I know they're going to be a little bit more expensive than a DVD, but sometimes when I compare the prices, I actually think they're pretty darn close. And even I found sometimes the Blu-ray can be cheaper than the DVD. So you just got to have these retail locations set it up that way and have more Blu-ray options, more 4K options, and then more people can decide what format do they actually want. Because plenty of times I go into the store and I see, oh, it's a brand new movie, but they only have the DVD available. And so I don't pick up the movie because I'd rather get it on Blu-ray or 4K. So sometimes I'll go and do online shopping and get that high definition format, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to hassle with it. I wish it was just an easy pickup in store. So we got to make more options available out there in the retail spaces. That way we can really promote these high definition formats, and these studios really should be promoting more Blu-rays and 4Ks. Yes, you got to talk about these movie studios and not just say, hey, here's a cheap option of a DVD. Do a better job advertising the benefits of Blu-ray, the benefits of 4K, and just let it be known the difference in the quality of formats, and then let the customer decide which one they would like to go with. But you got to have these studios not just so hardcore on, oh, DVDs have been selling so much, so we're just going to keep making the DVDs. Well, maybe they're just selling so much because the Blu-rays and 4Ks are not readily available in the store. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I know price has a big factor to do with it, but once again, I see some new releases and the Blu-ray and DVD prices are often pretty comparable. So if you can pay a few bucks more and get a Blu-ray, I think if people knew the difference in quality, they might lean more towards the Blu-ray. I just think that's what could happen right there, at the studios really backed Blu-ray and backed 4K and just gave us more options in the retail experience. Yes, let's do that. Let's change the future of physical media collecting so people see the value in the disc over, say, just going to streaming for their perceived convenience, right? Because if you play DVD next to streaming a title in HD, yeah, sometimes your streaming title could look comparable or even a little better. But you put up a Blu-ray, we know how amazing a Blu-ray disc looks in comparison to most streaming out there. And then heck, you put up a 4K disc. Wow, we're in a whole world of difference there. But customers need to know this information. The studios need to back this. The studios need to see and have an explanation for the customers on these different formats if they actually want to promote and sell this physical media. I would love to see that's where their focus goes to, instead of just, oh, it's only a collecting market now. We gave it up on everybody else. We're just going to do the most premium, expensive editions. And because we have such a small market, we're going to charge them extra for it. We're going to put everything in these crazy steelbooks, limited editions. If you want the 4K disc, you got to buy that, right? And because that's the direction they're going in. They're going hardcore into those limited editions because they know, hey, there's a collecting market out there. Yes, I get that. But there's also other casuals out there that maybe would pick up a disc if it was available and they knew the difference in quality, and actually the studios promoted it more. That's at least what I'm thinking right now. Maybe I'm completely wrong in this, but you guys let me know in the comments below. Do you think DVD should remain king of the physical media formats forever, or is it time for Blu-ray or 4K to take over? Or heck, maybe even a new format. Let's have those movie discussions down below. Of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new physical media news topic video posts, and help share out this video to other movie lovers and physical media collectors out there so we can grow this channel in 2025. We get this information, entertainment out to more people, and we get to bring in more people to collect what we absolutely love. And then we have more movie friends to talk the movies we're absolutely passionate about with. So be a help with that. And then, of course, you love this physical media topic. Another way to help the channel is definitely just clicking and watching another video all the way through. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.